I'm Zane Clodfelter, and this is Otters TV. I am here with Alex Phillips, and I found something out today that blew my mind. You are the first cousin of a former Otter.
Yes, Big Dane. Dane is about 4 years older than me. Grew up in the same town. Always went to Grandma's house together and hung out. It's kind of cool that our baseball paths finally cross. He did go to the high school, but I was never there. I was in 8th grade, I think, whenever he graduated. And so, yeah, Dane has been a huge help since I've gotten to Evansville. Told me where to go, told me where to not go.
Care to share any of the places not to go?
I don't know. He just said make sure. I don't know.
Parts of town and stuff.
Yeah, parts of town.
Safe. Good.
He just said state streets, right?
Yeah.
Stay away from that.
Oh no, you stay away from state streets everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
too.
so
That's true.
No, good point. Good point. So, where were some of the places he told you though to check out?
Okay, so Savannah's, they have a little diner there.
That's right over here, like a block away from the ballpark off Morgan, right?
Yeah,
Maxwell?
it's right up there.
Yeah.
I actually went there today. I went there a time before, but Jeff and I went there. Jeff and I, a couple guys, went there. Absolutely phenomenal. Normally, if you go to an IHOP or a Denny's, you're going to pay $15 for that food. We paid $7.50. Absolutely phenomenal stuff too. So that was one of the places. Where else did he tell me to check out? Off the top of my head, I cannot think of one.
That's okay. We can come back to we can come back to this. See, I thought it was weird. Your last name is Phillips, and then I saw your hometown, which when Dane played all those years in Evansville, I never knew how to say it. So, for our Otters TV people who are clueless like me, how do you say your hometown?
Nacogdoches. Okay, so there's an O and a G in there. Okay, it's not Nacogdoches. It's just Nacogdoches. Let it roll nice and smooth. Nacogdoches. If you want to think of it N-A-C-A doches, that's fine. Nacogdoches. That's it. Cool story about it. All right, so it's the oldest town in Texas. Home of the old stone fort. I think some battles were fought there, but it originally became a town because there was an Indian tribe on the river between the border of Louisiana and Texas, and the Indian chief had 2 sons. This is what I know. This is fact check me if I'm wrong. This is what I got. Indian chief had 2 sons called Nacogdoches and Natchitoches, or Natchitoches. All right, that's kind of how the spelling is, but everyone calls it Natchitoches. He told his sons to walk separate directions and go as far as they want until they want to settle a town.
Okay.
Sure enough, Nacogdoches walked west into Texas. I wasn't even in Texas then, but walked west and settled and named it Nacogdoches. And his brother Natchitoches walked east, and that is where Northwestern State is. And so that's why Northwestern State and Stephen F. Austin colleges are big rivals. One is in Natchitoches, or Natchitoches is kind of how everyone says it, but it's if you look at the spelling, Natchitoches. So that's kind of a cool, very big history guy, and so that's some fun facts there. Yeah.
No,
fact check me though.
No,
like I said.
that's impressive. Actually, we're not that far away from Indiana's oldest city. You know where that is?
No clue.
Yeah, see, I didn't have any clue about Texas. So fair enough. Vincennes. It's about 50 minutes north.
Okay.
William Henry Harrison, you know, the Legends race that we have at the Otters. William Henry Harrison was the governor of the territory of Indiana. His house is still there, Grouseland. You can go check it out.
Okay.
My grandma actually did the drapes in it when they renovated it.
Okay.
And later became president.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I see him running over here all the time, and I was like, he must have had something to do with Indiana.
No, yeah, so he was the territorial governor when the territorial capital was in Vincennes. It then moved to Cord and then Indianapolis. So
cool.
I mean, I like it. No, so you're a history guy.
As much as I can. Like, I'm not going to go digging through old stuff, you know, in the history books, but I like to remember stuff from history so that anytime I talk to you guys or anyone, I get to tell them some fun facts.
No, I mean...
My dad's a huge history guy, so that's why he's taught me a lot of the things as well about Texas history, so...
See, the one time I always talk about historical stuff with my buddies is when I'm having a beer with them.
And they probably just stopped listening. They're like,
no.
They might not tell you.
No, kudos to one of my friends. Like, when I would tell him IU football history, hey, Indiana went to the Rose Bowl in '67, he would listen and he would remember. The other ones, you could tell, because I'm like, when did they go? And they're like, 60s. So it is what it is. Now, flip it. You have those friends who are going to like to listen to you. You have those friends who aren't. Flip into the baseball side. Since you've gotten here, you've been very successful in your relief outings on the mound, an ERA sub 2.50. So what has been working so well for you?
I'm not sure. So kind of like the reason I'm here, I joggled with after the draft out of Baylor, whether to continue to play or not. And honestly, I was tired of I wasn't tired of playing, but I'd kind of given up hope. I was like, hey, like, why do it? I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. luckily, my parents, how great they are, they talked me into it. They said, hey, go up there for the summer, have a blast. And so now I'm here. I just kind of view this as free baseball. Like, I mean, there's zero pressure that I'm putting on myself. I'm going out there every time and pitching every inning. Like, it honestly could be my last. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm out there making sure that if I don't ever take the mound again, that my last outing, like I can say, hey, I gave it all I got. So that's kind of how I view it.
And you played, big time college baseball. I know, started your career at Arkansas, went JUCO, then redshirted, and then finished it at Baylor this past year. So, what did you learn playing for the Bears in a highly competitive baseball conference that you still use with you here today?
Okay, so the big thing, I don't know. The big thing is just kind of the daily routine. Obviously, we play 6 games here. In college, you play 3 or 4, but just embracing, like, hey, you get to go to the field every day. You get to play baseball every day. I would not be playing baseball for as long as I have if I didn't enjoy it. And so I think being in college for 5 years, you really you either enjoy the game or you kind of lose your love for the game. And the more I've played, the more I just enjoy being out here. The locker rooms at any place that I go to are a lot of fun. Honestly, it kind of starts with the teammates. If you have great teammates, it makes everything a whole lot more fun, a lot easier. And so that's kind of what I've seen in comparison with both schools and whatnot. And I don't know. That's what I got.
Trying to convince Dane to come back out with his family, make a road trip, and come watch you pitch.
Dane is a father now.
I saw. Yeah. So
Zoe K, we love her.
Yeah.
She's the first like baby in kind of our side of the family. Like,
okay.
So we all just go nuts.
Yeah, seeing the Facebook picture, she looks adorable. So,
yeah.
So is he not gonna try to make the
trip?
trip?
I don't know.
No.
I think
you told me you had a relative named Zane too. I'd like to.
Zane, yeah. So I have twin brothers, Zane and Lance, and so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Z-A-N-E.
Yeah, no, that's the right spelling. there are some Zanes spelled Z-A-Y-N-E. It's not right.
Why you have to add an extra letter?
Yeah. See, I was named after the former Atlanta Brave, Zane Smith.
Oh gosh,
who was like a middle reliever, late 80s. My mom, not even a big baseball fan, was just in college. Baseball game was on, saw Zane Smith. She's like,
it's a cool name.
Yep. Yeah. I have his baseball card and had the world's sickest mullet. So a little shorter. So, well, we'll wrap it up. Alex Phillips here. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.